Aries, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Time for your weekly check-in. Let's see what's happening with you guys in the second week of July. July week 2. So remember, weekly check-in is just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. For those of you in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description. For those of you catching this on time, this week, the first week of July, when this is being recorded, we're running our 4th of July sale. So between now and July 5th, the weekly live readings are $20, $5 off. They will be discounted until our next live stream ends next Saturday on the 5th. Also, don't forget to check out them new general readings, man. And things are hot. People are loving those things. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see what's happening with you and your situation in the second week of July. What's happening with Aries and the person they're dealing with in the second week of July? 5 of Cups reversed. You know what that kind of feels like? It's like you're over it. Getting to a point where it's like, you don't even know if it's worth putting forth the effort, the energy, or as some people say, fighting for it. You should never have to fight for love. If you're fighting for it, that's not love. I hear that all the time, though. But yeah, maybe that's what it was. Some of you have been having to fight for this, and maybe you're learning that the hard way. But it's getting to a point now. Are you just straight up catching this person red-handed in some bullshit? It's kind of what this feels like. I don't know if you're catching them in a lie, or if maybe your guide is just coming down from the heavens and slapping the shit out of you while you're half asleep. And you're like, oh, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And you're seeing this person, it's like you're over it. I'm over it. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the heartbreak. It's not worth losing sleep. It's like you're just completely coming to your senses. Okie dokie. Well, let's see their feelings and energies and intentions towards you. Person Aries is dealing with, what are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? King of Swords reversed. See, they're playing mind games with you. And there's definitely somebody else in the mix here, too. But, yeah, for those of you, I mean, they do have feelings for you. Don't get it twisted. They absolutely do. But for those of you who have been wondering if they're just playing games, if they're gaslighting you, blowing smoke up your ass, we got the King and Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the kings and queens are the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The kings and queens reversed are the toxic masculine and toxic feminine. So this goes both ways. If you're dealing with either a male or a female, or a masculine or feminine, absolutely this person toxic as shit, dude. 100%. But yes, they have feelings for you. But after a certain point, it's like, fuck your feelings, dude. If you're toxic, you don't need to be a part of my life. This person's a codependent. Don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this. I don't feel like going on that tangent tonight. Codependent. You know, so to shorten it, a codependent is going to do whatever fills the void for the moment. Let's put it like that. Whoever distracts me from my pain the most efficiently for the moment. Whoever makes me feel the best for the night. That type of energy, you know? Okay, well, yeah. Some of you dealing with an Aquarius. Okay. All right, well, I think we got the outcome there, didn't we? In the first spread. Let's just grab that advice then. What's the advice? Advice for Aries. What is the best advice? Ooh, what were we just saying? No, you should not continue to fight for this. You never should have had to fight for it to begin with. Work towards it, 100%. Putting forth effort, working on something all day long. But fighting for it, no. This is not a person who aligns with your highest good. Keep your options open. Keep your options open. Don't attach yourself to anyone right now, though. Anyone. Right now, this is all about building strength, emotional strength, strength of character, strength of mind. To be able to make a decision that you don't want to make because you know you have to make it, that's what's going to make you level up. When you're making hard decisions, I'm going to tell you what, a hard decision that you know is going to hurt. You don't want to, but you know it's for your highest good. You level up when you do that. That's the highest form of self-love. I had a client one time that said, what'd she say? She said something to the effect of, you know, we've been on and off and on and off. This person keeps cheating on me and cheating on me and cheating on me. And I want to walk away. But how did she say it? She said, but that wouldn't be a decision based on love. And I'm like, whoa! What is this person telling you to manipulate you? That's something a fucking narcissist would do. Treat you like garbage and then play the victim when you go to leave. The highest form of love is making a decision based on love for the self. Don't ever let anybody paint you out to be the bad guy for refusing to put up with their toxicity. I remember I was dating this person one time that did that. She punched me in the mouth out of nowhere. Sucker punched me. And then I went to leave. And when I went to leave, she said I was abusing her by leaving her. Whoo, you a sick bitch. I'm out of here. Fuck that. Fuck that. You a sick bitch. Anyway, yeah, don't play that shit. No, absolutely not. All right, let's shift gears now. Let's see what's coming in for the singles in the second week of July. Blue, blue, buddy, blue. Blue, blue, buddy, blue. Blue, the blue buddy blue, the blue buddy blue buddy blue, blue buddy blue. Some of y'all got an earth sign headed your way. I don't like that energy. Hang on, let me see. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles reversed. So, King of Swords. Okay. So, we do got the Empress here. So I do think this person is looking for long-term commitment. But this is the type of person who's been hurt. And they don't know how to heal. So the way they're going about this is, you know how people say, I don't trust you until you prove to me that I can. You know that? It's a very toxic outlook on life. Very toxic. Now, I'm not saying that I don't understand where they're coming from, but that's the complete and total ass backwards way to go about that, you know? So similarly, I'm not going to show you any emotion until you prove to me that I can trust you. I'm not going to form an emotional connection with you until you prove to me that you're not going to use it against me. You know, that's what this is kind of feeling like here. Because 4 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, this person's on some, I want to be with somebody. I want to find my life partner. I want to settle down, but my walls are up. I'm not letting my walls down until you prove to me that I can. That's what this looks like. So, I think it should be long-term, though. I think it's a long-term soul contract, but this person's afraid of commitment. They're afraid of commitment. Well, it's not commitment they're afraid of. They're afraid of being hurt. They're afraid of committing to something and then getting stabbed in the back. That's what they're afraid of. It's not commitment, you know, but you get the point. So, let me see. Let me dig this person's energy up a little bit more. Now that's not a guaranteed deal breaker if the two of you can work through that. But boy, you're walking a tightrope in a windstorm starting a relationship off like that. That'd be like me driving my F-150 Platinum across a frozen lake in April. Let's see. Queen of Swords again. World card, Fool card. See, look, I think they mean well. I really do. Again. I read intentions for one reason. Because I want to give you as much information as I can give you that will allow you to make the most educated decision as possible behind whether or not you choose to excuse shitty behavior. Good intentions don't always mean good behavior. Oh no. But, you know, we all draw that line somewhere, and I think it's different for everybody. There are some things that I'll let slide if I know your intentions. If I know you meant well, okay, I'll let that slide. There's other things that's like, no, fuck your intentions. You crossed the line. I don't care how you meant it. I don't care if you meant well. You crossed the line. That's a deal breaker. Where do we draw that line? That's different for everybody. So that's why I read their intentions. This person means well. They do. They're not playing games. They're not being malicious. They're not being shitty. They're not fucking with you. But they got a whole lot of motherfucking healing to do. A whole lot. This person's a mess. They mean well, though. No, they're not just talking to a bunch of other people. You know, they want to settle down. They want an honest, loyal, committed, successful relationship. The question, though, see, here's the question. Now, that's all good and well on paper. But when somebody's in that energy, will they ever let their guard down? Will they ever? Because when you're in that energy, you're hyper fixated subconsciously on finding evidence that supports how you feel, right? You may not even realize it. Most people don't. But if you're guarded like that, you're subconsciously hyper-focused on finding evidence that proves your feelings. that validates how you feel. And if you're hyperfixated on finding things that validate how you feel, you're going to find it. You're either going to find it or your ego's going to make it up. And that guard's never going to come down. See what I'm saying? But people don't realize that they're doing that. So, I guess let's see the outcome. Let's see the outcome, see how it's playing out. What is the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? How's this playing out? Oh, shit. That's what I was afraid of. Might start turning a little toxic. Two of Cups, so I don't think separation's happening. But, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's going to start turning a little bit toxic. A little bit toxic. And like I said, you know, I think this person is just turning into a big walking, talking pity party, you know? You know how it is to be with that person or just be associated with a person who just uses all of their past traumas and heartaches and heartbreaks as excuses for their shitty behavior. You know, I did a reading for somebody within the last week or so, you know, about something like that, how somebody had PTSD for something. And, you know, I mean, it was a decent reason to have PTSD. I'm not saying it wasn't, but so many people would rather use PTSD as an excuse for shitty behavior than to get in there and really get to work healing that shit. You know? 'Cause that's hard work. You won't get in there and heal that shit. That's hard work, but it can be done. It can be done. We live in a day and age now, y'all, where it's becoming more and more and more widely known and accepted in mainstream science, psychological and psychiatric communities, that you are not a victim of your own brain. You have the ability to rewrite the neural circuitry in your brain with thought alone. Repeating the same thought over and over and over and over and over will change the neural circuitry of your brain, just like lifting a weight over and over and over and over and over will change the muscular structure in your arm. Same thing. It's the exact same thing. But yeah, this person's a walking, talking pity party. Anytime they do something shitty, rather than admit to it and apologize for it and work on it, they're just gonna, you know, blame it on, well, I got cheated on. Well, in the past this happened to me. In the past that happened to me. And they're just gonna, you know, deflect. And that's, even though they mean well, they really do at the deepest level, dude. They really do. But I just don't feel like they're handling this very well. Let's grab the advice. What's the advice? Okay, well, there's the devil again. So let's meet in the middle here. There needs to be some boundaries laid. Needs to be some boundaries. Conversation needs to be had. Yo, I understand that you've been hurt. I understand that, you know, you have some issues that you need to work through. I get it. But you need to be working through that shit. Just because you were hurt in the past doesn't mean that I'm going to continue to be your emotional punching bag. No. That ain't the way it works. I ain't putting up with that shit. No, you better be working on it. I want to see effort. I'm not saying you should flip a switch and be healed overnight, but I want to see some effort. I got shit I'm working on too, and I'll be 100% open, upfront, and authentic and honest about the shit I'm working on too. We need to do this together as a team. I acknowledge my issues. You acknowledge your issues. And we both be working on our shit. We work on ourselves together to grow and evolve together, you know? That conversation needs to be had. No more of this deflecting and blaming your shitty behavior on something else. No more of that. No more of that. No more of that. And if they're willing to get on board with you, cool. You could build a life partnership with this person. But if not, see, this, if y'all can get on board, this is possible. If not, though, it ain't going to go nowhere. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. And don't forget, this week, the first week of July, which is when this is being recorded, we're having our 4th of July sale. $5 off weekly live readings. So from now until July 5th, they're $20. Until the live stream ends on July 5th, where we go live and read the weekly live readings on Saturday. $20, $5 off. Also, don't forget to check out those new general readings I got on my website. People are loving those. Now, those are still in the developmental stages. Still a couple little tweaks and whatnot that we need to add to it. But, you know, for the very most part, they are getting an insanely positive response. So, all the information is in the description. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.